Look how they burn. A fitting end for those who dared to defy us.
In the 1600s, the Mughal Empire was one of the most powerful forces on Earth. Its armies stretched across India, armed with war elephants, cannons, and endless soldiers. But against them rose an unlikely challenger, an African man, once sold as a slave, who would become the Mughals' greatest nightmare. His name was Malik Ambar, the Ethiopian who defied an empire. Malik Ambar was born in Ethiopia, most likely among the Oromo people. His childhood was cut short when slave raiders captured him. Like many Africans of his time, he was torn from his family, marched across hostile terrain, and sold into slavery. From Ethiopia, he was taken across the Red Sea to Arabia, and eventually to the bustling markets of India. There, he was bought and sold, a boy stripped of freedom and forced into a world he did not choose. But what nobody knew was that this child would grow into a man destined to outwit empires. In India, he eventually gained his freedom. The boy once trafficked as property now stood as a free man. Yet he was not content to live quietly. He had ambition, vision, and skill. Malik Ambar began his life in India as a soldier for hire. He joined small armies, learned the art of war, and adapted to the politics of the Deccan region in southern India. He was sharp, disciplined, and unshakably determined. Unlike many mercenaries, Malik Ambar fought not just for survival, but to build influence, and slowly people noticed. As he rose through the ranks, Malik Ambar displayed an unmatched talent for military strategy. While the Mughal Empire relied on overwhelming force, elephants, cannons, and massive infantry, Malik Ambar relied on speed and intelligence. He pioneered guerrilla tactics in India. His cavalry could strike suddenly and vanish before the Mughal forces could react. His men knew the terrain, used mobility as a weapon, and fought in ways that turned the empire's size into a disadvantage. Again and again, Mughal generals found themselves humiliated, unable to crush this African leader who refused to bow. Malik Ambar's brilliance extended beyond the battlefield. In the Sultanate of Ahmadnagar, he became the regent, effectively the ruler behind the throne. From this position, he wielded political power as skillfully as he commanded armies. He restructured the state, built alliances, and organized an administration that strengthened local governance. Under Malik Ambar's leadership, Ahmadnagar resisted Mughal domination for decades. He wasn't just a warrior. He was a statesman who gave his people stability and hope in the face of overwhelming odds. To his followers, Malik Ambar was more than just a general. He was a protector, a liberator, and a symbol of resilience. Local people respected him for standing up against foreign conquest. Soldiers admired his brilliance and his courage. The Mughal emperors hated him, but they could never ignore him. For years, their dreams of conquering the Deccan were delayed, disrupted by the one man they could not defeat. Even centuries later, his legacy remained. In India, some revered him as almost godlike, a man who defied destiny and carved a path of freedom against impossible odds. Malik Ambar's life is more than a story of one man. It is proof that history is never simple. An African child, taken as a slave, became a regent in India, a commander of armies, and a thorn in the side of one of the world's mightiest empires. His story reminds us that Africa's influence stretched far beyond its borders. It shaped nations, toppled expectations, and produced legends whose names deserve to be remembered. Malik Ambar, the African who defied an empire.